This is The Big Story presented by herbchambers.com.
I'm Eric Moskowitz for the Boston Globe. Here in Boston, we're outside where it has warmed up to 10 degrees after 1 o'clock at Logan Airport, where the weather for much of the early morning was at 0 and below, a prolonged -2 degrees. It got as cold as -22 in the town of Orange. At the Blue Hill Weather Observatory, it got to -7, the coldest it has been in 6 years. It's the kind of cold where even being outside for a few minutes with exposed skin makes you feel like you ache for hours afterwards. We have been out and caught up with a few people who had no choice but to be outdoors today.
Well, I've been doing this for 22 years, so it's a lot of mind over matter, and one step at a time, and I think warm, happy thoughts. That's how I do it.
Once I'm moving, it's not bad. It's really not bad. But the night before, you're thinking about it. I'm thinking like last night. I'm saying, oh, tomorrow's gonna be awful. But once you start moving, the key is just try to keep moving. Take your breaks at the end, and if you need to stop, though, you feel something, you feel like you need to stop, you have to just stop and get into the warm air.
This cold weather today has caused an extraordinary number of inconveniences, but fortunately no tragedies. Elsewhere in the East Coast, there are a couple of reports about people freezing to death. We've had nothing like that in Massachusetts, according to the Massachusetts Emergency Management Agency. What we did have, especially this morning with the commute, were thousands, even tens of thousands of people waiting outside at cold commuter rail stops, orange line stops, even bus stops waiting for MBTA service that either showed up late or in some cases didn't show up for more than an hour, with several broken down trains. General Manager of the T did apologize to commuters late morning, said the extreme cold was obviously the cause. The good news from the weather end is that temperatures should get back to normal in January, meaning low 30s by day, low 20s at night from this 0 and sub-zero temperatures that we've been having. The bad news is that on Wednesday, meteorologists are predicting another storm coming our way that's working its way up from the Gulf of Mexico that could bring a wintry mix, substantial snowfall, and possible coastal flooding.